Hey, what's going on? What's going on, YouTube? This is Chuck's Torpedo, and I'm back again with the fourth part of my horror, slasher, cult, exploitation DVD update. I know it's been a while. I've been busy with work, trying to juggle having some semblance of a social life, and just being plain lazy. I'm not gonna lie, but here's part 4. I'll go ahead and get this started. And I'm going to start this off with Thriller, A Cruel Picture, kind of an exploitation revenge flick. And yeah, I enjoyed this one a lot. I was very, very surprised by the sex scenes in this. And when it says uncut and uncensored, with all the sex and gore, that's exactly what it means. The sex scenes in this, just a warning for anybody that hasn't seen this, are very graphic. It's like watching porn, basically. The sex scenes, that is. Not the entire movie, but, I mean, it's about this chick that gets, or this female, excuse me, that gets abducted by this guy. He seems nice enough at first, obviously. That's how they always seem. But then he actually makes her stay at his place. He injects her with all this heroin, knocks her out, makes her hooked on heroin, and makes her become a prostitute, basically, and it kind of just escalates from there. And yeah, some pretty cool scenes in this as far as her, learning how to fight and learn how to shoot, and then she goes after the people that kind of did her wrong. But yeah, very cool film, very graphic in the sex scene department, so just a warning for people that haven't seen it. And that's Thriller, A Cruel Picture. And then we got Tenebrae, Dario Argento's classic, and I enjoyed this one a lot as well. Probably my second favorite Argento that I've seen after Suspiria. I haven't seen Inferno or Opera or Phenomena yet, but the ones I've seen of his, I liked it better than Deep Red. It's probably second best in my opinion that I've seen after Suspiria. Which, yeah, kind of just like a murder mystery type deal. Which, pretty graphic in the killing scenes department. But yeah, Tenebrae. And next up we got Cannibal Holocaust. This is the one that just got released, the re-release of the original. Yeah, I was prepared for this based on all the stuff that I had heard about it, but I was really not prepared for a lot of the animal death scenes, especially considering the fact that they actually happened. The human killing scenes were disturbing, obviously, but not as disturbing because, well, the context of the movie, the fact that it was a movie, it wasn't, that bad, but the animal sex scenes really disturbed me because I love animals, but at the same time I'm kind of a hypocrite because I eat meat, so go figure. But, yeah, especially the scene where the turtle's getting ripped apart, that was really, really hard to watch. And as far as the storyline, I won't really go into it, but I'll just say that I felt no sympathy whatsoever for the camera crew that went into the jungle. And that's all I'll say. But yeah, it's Cannibal Holocaust. There's the discs. Cover art. Tons of special features. This is almost a movie that you need special features for. It's like after you watch it, you're going to be like, wow, I need an explanation for this shit. But, yeah. Cannibal Holocaust. Next up, we got The Cube. More of a sci-fi horror type film about these people that are trapped in this cube or placed in this cube, and they kind of have to figure out how to get out each room. Or it's kind of like a big multi room type deal thingy, but each room has a trap, and they kind of have to figure out which rooms have traps, and they kind of have to figure out how they determine, which rooms have the traps, and they kind of have to figure out a way to get out. But this is a very interesting film. Seems like this was one of the early influences for like the Saw movies. I'm not sure when this came out. I think it was the late 90s, but yeah. I'm not comparing it to Saw. I'm trying not to, but it just, the similarities, slight similarities are kind of there with the traps and everything, and them figuring out why they're there and whatnot. But it's Cube. And next up we got Maniac. This was a downer of a movie. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I just felt really down after watching this. It's about this guy who just kind of keeps to himself and goes out and at night and kills young women. Some pretty interesting gore scenes by Tom Savini, and Tom Savini's actually in this. I believe that's Tom Savini. Yeah, he's actually in this, and yeah, it's pretty interesting what happens to him in it. I won't go into details, but yeah, very graphic gore scenes in this. And that's Maniac. Next up, just a light little. Next up, we got Prom Night 2. Hello, Mary Lou. This one didn't have anything to do with the first one. This was more supernatural. Had supernatural elements in it. This girl gets set on fire from a prank that goes wrong back in the 50s, and she dies, and her spirit's trapped in this like trunk, and it possesses this girl, the future prom queen in the 80s, I believe it takes place in. Which it's pretty interesting movie. A lot of some cool special effects. Like this one scene where the current prom queen gets kind of sucked into the chalkboard. It's pretty cool. You're gonna have to see it to kind of understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's Prom Night 2. And this next one is just a remake of the original Night of the Living Dead with the Tom Savini special effects, directed by Tom Savini as well. I got this one just because it was $1.99 at the pawn shop, so that's that. Next up we got Hell Night, starring Linda Blair. And this was a pretty decent movie about these kids that get these pledges, these future pledges. They have to spend the night in this house that's supposedly, or where this guy slaughtered his family, and what they don't know is one of the deformed kids that used to live there is still just chilling in the house, and kind of balloons from there. Yeah, it's a decent movie. I mean, parts of it are pretty boring. The death scenes are kind of cool, but yeah, I just figured I'd picked it up because I heard a little bit about it. Next up, we got Chopping Mall. I was a little disappointed in this one as well. I don't know what I was expecting. Guess I was judging it based on the cover. I've seen it in a few people's videos as well, so I figured I'd pick it up. It should be called Killer Robots in a Mall. Or no, teenagers trapped in a mall with some killer robots or some shit. Because that's basically what it was. Yeah. And that's Chopping Mall. And then next up is Night of the Comet. Kind of a sci-fi horror comedy type thing. I really enjoyed this film. It's not really gory, not scary or anything, just kind of a fun 80s sci-fi comedy type deal. People are expecting Comet, and what they don't know is it's gonna end up you know, vaporizing a lot of the people on Earth. Turned some of them into like these zombie type things, and yeah, just a really 80s movie. Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. That's Night of the Comet, and looks like I'm approaching a little over 10 minutes here, so I'll go ahead and cut that off there, and hopefully see you guys soon with part 4. I'll try to be quicker, or part 5, excuse me. I'll try to be quicker this time. So until next time, peace.